First of all, I want to just say I was incarcerated about 9 years ago, and I got saved and baptized in prison, and it changed my life. And I just want to thank the Lord for His grace and His mercy on my life, and just want to share that.
How did it change your life? In what way? So you have no anger?
No, not particularly.
So you never get angry?
I have got angry. Yes.
Do you ever get angry?
On occasion, yes.
So then you do have resentment. Anger is resentment. Anger is hatred.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna have to think about that.
Yeah. Here's what I recommend. Georgia on my mind. Eric.
What's going on, brother?
All is well.
First of all, I want to just say I was incarcerated about 9 years ago, and I got saved and baptized in prison, and it changed my life. And I just want to thank the Lord for His grace and His mercy on my life, and just want to share that.
How did it change your life? In what way?
Well, when I got arrested, I was a homeless drug addict. I was strung out on heroin and meth, and you name it, whatever I get my hands on, really. But he changed me. He changed my heart and transformed me. And I only did 2 years. That was kind of a petty thing, but it was all in His will.
And he changed your heart from what to what?
From evil to now. At least I know that my heart can be evil. I didn't recognize my sin before as I do now, and I know that I'm nothing without Him. And he's transformed my whole life. I got a great. Go ahead.
You got a great what?
I got a great family. Got a wife. I got out. I met my wife about 6 months after I got out. This has been going on 7 years now.
Right.
When I met my wife, and I met her, and we were married a few months after I met her, and her father, her dad, was in the prison ministry, so I got to go in and share my testimony in the actual prison. After I got out of prison, I went back into there to share my testimony, and then
have you do you have children?
Yes, sir. I have two boys, a 4-year-old, a 5-year-old, and then I have a 1-year-old little girl. And me and my wife lost a baby in February.
Does she obey you?
Does my wife obey me?
Yes.
Absolutely. I have a wonderful wife, and we try to serve God. We're not far from perfect.
Have you forgiven your mother?
Well, yeah. For what?
Have you forgiven your mother?
Forgiven her for having me? Whoa. Forgiven her for what?
Have you forgiven your mother?
Yes, I forgive my mother.
You went to her and forgave her?
No, I didn't. Could you?
And why haven't you gone to her and forgiven her?
What should I forgive her for? If you don't mind me asking.
Where do you think your anger came from that caused you to become homeless?
Well, maybe a couple places. My mother was all I had because my dad took off when I was younger, and I knew him. And now that I've got older, we've kind of got a better relationship than but as when I was a kid, that's all I had. My mom, and then my granddad lived next door, thankfully, and he had a big hand in raising me. And
where do you think your anger came from that caused you to become a homeless drug addict?
I would say the devil. That's. I mean,
how did it come from the devil?
Well, I was very easily influenced by the world, which I guess would be because I did. I mean, I was raised by my mother, so, but I'm thankful for her.
Where do you think your anger came from?
I don't know, Jesse.
It came through your mother.
Well, I'll have to ponder on that.
When your father left, he left your mother. He didn't leave you. He loved you. He just didn't know how to deal with your mother. And when he left her, and she didn't tell you that.
Well, yeah, she's told me that.
She told you he left her and not you?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
So why haven't you forgiven her then?
Well, I will. I'm just not sure I understand. I'm not sure I understand, Jesse.
Oh, okay, I see. You know, God said that we all must be born again of the Father?
Yes, sir.
What do you think that means?
Well, I don't know. Help me out.
I thought you said you found the Lord or something.
Well, I did.
But how did you find him without going through your father?
Well, I was actually told about him in a prison cell, and maybe Jesse. I mean, I guess my mother never introduced me to God or told me about God or anything. So I mean, I have forgiven her for that because
you told her that.
Yes, I have forgiven her for. I mean, she's actually come to know the Lord since I've came to know the Lord. When I got out, she saw the transformation in my life, and it's actually changed her. But I have forgiven her for not ever, I guess, not being raised to know.
Why do you forgive her for imposing her will on you?
Because I don't want to hold on to any resentment.
Well, that's how you overcome resentment, by forgiving her, and God will forgive you.
Okay. I see what you're saying. Well, maybe I need to go forgive my mother then.
Did you think by not forgiving her, you were going to be able to overcome resentment?
Well, I don't have any resentment towards her currently, so I would say that I have forgiven her.
You had it before, but you don't have it now?
No, I don't have any resentment now. And I guess when I was in prison, I was a little bitter for. I really didn't know why, but maybe that's why.
So you don't have any resentment now, you said?
No, sir. I don't. I try to forgive quickly, and
so you have no anger.
No, not particularly.
So you never get angry?
I have got angry. Yes.
Do you ever get angry?
On occasion, yes.
So then you do have resentment. Anger is resentment. Anger is hatred.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna have to think about that.
Yeah. Here's what I recommend, because I can tell that you really you want to know God. You want to know God, but you need to really be still, so whatever is happening inside of you will be revealed to you, and you will see that your mother did the best she can, of course, the best she could, but because her mother did it to her, and her father didn't protect her from her mother, she imposed her will on you, and you don't realize that's what has happened, and turn you away from your earthly father. And when you forgive your father for not being there to protect you from your mother, forgive your mother. She did the best she could. She couldn't help it. God, Lord bless her soul. And forgive your father. He couldn't deal with your mother. God will forgive you, and then you will start to live from within. and you will live in the spirit of the Father. You will walk in the spirit. You will see in the spirit. Your inside will change, and as a result, the outside of you will change as well. But everything starts within first, and you will know the Father. You will know Him, and nothing will ever be able to change your mind about that. And there will be no anger in you at all, because everyone who has anger is of their father, the devil, all in the name of Jesus.
Okay.
Because the spirit of anger is evil, and it cannot enter into the kingdom of heaven. That's why God said, before you enter into the kingdom of heaven, you must go and forgive, because you're not going to enter in as long as you have the spirit of evil.
I agree with that. I agree with that.
And so, and don't just go and forgive if you don't truly see that you do have some anger toward her.
I'm gonna definitely be thinking about all this that we're talking about, because I want to know.
I can tell. Have you tried?
I do think that's part of sanctification. I want to know God.
Yeah.
I do. I want to please God. I read and study every day. I pray. I pray that I am a godly father, dad for my children to look up to, and a husband for my wife, because I want to glorify Him with my family and my actions. And
well, let me tell you this, and then I'll tell you this, and then I got to run. But you're already pleasing to God. It's this. You just don't know that yet, because you don't know who you are yet. The person you think you are, you're not that person. And so you're already pleasing to God. He's already satisfied. He's already made you free. He already knows that you're not a sinner nor a saint. He already knows all that. It's just that you don't know it yet. But when you start to pay attention to what's happening in you, within you, you will see that you already know Him. You just didn't know that you knew Him. But all these ideas you have about Him are what keeping you from knowing that you know Him. You have all these ideas, and you got to overcome ideas and imaginations about God and about yourself.
Okay.
And
I really appreciate your insight, and I will definitely be thinking on these things.
Have you heard me say that all thoughts are all lies all the time?
No, I have not heard you say that.
All thoughts, except for practical thoughts. You got to go to work, feed your family, and all that. Practical thoughts, like a tool that you use, right? But all thoughts are all lies all the time about anything. Those that build you up are lying to you. Those that tear you down, lying to you. Those that tell you this and those that tell you that, lying to you. And you shall overcome them if you watch what's going on inside of you.
Okay. Well, I really appreciate that, and I appreciate your words. Can I?
Have you done the silent prayer?
Sometimes every 10 minutes, I do. I have to stop. I'm on a stressful job, and yes, I every morning I pray silently, and every night before I go to bed.
You pray with words?
Yes.
I want you to go and do, keep praying with your word, do your little hooping and hollering, and then once you're done with that, be still and know God. I want to encourage you to give my silent prayer a chance. Go to rebuildingtheman.com/prayer.
You said rebuilding a man?
Rebuildingtheman.com.
Okay, I'll definitely check that out. I appreciate that.
Rebuildingtheman.com/prayer. And once you when you get up in the morning, you do your little hoop and holler to the devil, thinking that you're doing it to God. I want you to be still and know God, and He'll guide you.
Okay, will do.
He'll make it known, and He will guide. He'll take over.
Awesome. Well, I appreciate it. I had another question. I don't know if you got time to hear it real quick.
Okay, yeah, real fast.
Okay. So I heard a couple of days ago there was the new spokesman or whatever. I don't think it's a man. It's for the Ukraine military, extorting the West with Ukrainian refugees. Talking about we sure would hate for the West to cut off funding for the Ukraine. They would hate to see. I believe something along the lines that he would hate to see what the Ukrainian refugees would do if we cut the funding off. Do you think that's what's happening in America too, being infiltrated at our southern border?
Without a doubt, man.
I mean, it seems like we're being compromised more and more every day, and I just wanted to get your thoughts on that.
No, without a doubt. The border's wide open, and it's intentionally. And they have all kinds of people coming in now from around the world. We are being infiltrated. Our government wanted it to be that way, because if they didn't want it to be that way, it wouldn't be happening. For example, they sent the police, the FBI, the CIA, and they sent everybody, including the military, to chase down one man over there in New Jersey somewhere. And they finally got him, but they would not. They sent dogs and everything, right? Who let the dogs out? They sent dogs after one man that had broke out of jail, who was here, reportedly was here illegally, and they would not put the dogs and the military and the FBI and the CIA on the borders at all. And they showed that they can do it if they want to do it. So, yes, we're being infiltrated. And they're giving our money away to Ukraine and not doing anything for us.
Do you think we'll get a handle on it?
No.
I don't either.
No. It's over for my country. That's why I'm trying to encourage people to overcome fear by returning to the Father, by forgiving and returning to the Father, because it's gone to get worse before it get better. My country is not coming back.
I agree with that. I agree with that.
Thanks for your call, Eric. Call me again.
Will do. I appreciate you taking my call, and it was good talking to you. I'm definitely appreciate your words, and I'm going to check out rebuildingaman.com and .com, and I'm going to check it out, and I'll get back with you.
Absolutely, brother. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Okay. The country gone, folks. It's a hellhole now.